Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, 25th of February. So, what we've got in store for today, not a lot is the answer in terms of fundamental data due out. We've got news-wise, well, next news comes at 1:30 and it's the prelim GDP for the US. Now, prelim would suggest it's the first one, but it's not. There's always one before the prelim. Just to confuse things, there's the advanced reading that comes first, and that's already been out. So we may get some volatility around this number. We're starting to see more volatility around numbers again, and this may be no exception. However, it is the second reading. Traditionally, it has less volatility around it anyway. But we'll see there. Just be wary of 130 US GDP. If it was to come out significantly different to forecast, could see some movement. And that is pretty much it for today, unless you're sitting there at 11:30 this evening. So let's look at the technicals. It's nothing else to be looking at bar technicals, it seems. The euro dollar, as ever. What I'm going to do, before I actually talk about the euro dollar, hopefully in future days in these morning outlooks, rather than fly through everything, I'll probably just look at the selected currencies that I'm really more interested in. Fortunately, the euro is one of those. I do think we might be seeing a bit more continuation to the upside. That does not mean to say it won't retrace during the daytime at all. Yesterday we saw that dip in there, quite a big looking dip when you look at it on this 60-minute chart. In reality, it wasn't a massive move down, but what we are seeing is a slowing down or a reduction in volatility, and you can see this from the daily's perspective with some of these markets. And I think just patience, and yesterday I got caught out on a couple of trades, and then fortunately got on the right side of a couple of trades, so it's a bit of a weird day for me yesterday. But as this is shaping up, it did look for me erring towards that longer side. We'll see what happens today. It has got an untouched daily pivot. We are around some key levels here. Obviously, it's monthly pivot. It's a big dark black line here. It stopped stuff before, but well, if we can break through this, there's a weekly pivot there as well. I was looking at this as one of the targets yesterday, but if we can break through this level, you come back to the dailies, there's not a lot above us. There's not a lot of resistance. The price action, etc., that's above there. There may be sort of some key round numbers at 122, of course, but which is only 20 pips or 19 pips away. The side of that, you're sort of looking at a 22.5 and then a 23, so you're going up in the round numbers. Technically, horizontal resistance, there's not a lot that's sitting there. Right. So there we go. I know people get their fibs out. So in summary, euro looking bullish, but watch out for this 8 o'clock stuff. You see the pounds come off quite a lot. The volatility's dropped down as well. I've left this average true range in there. The daily range is now sitting there nearer its norm of about 90 to 100 pips, but it is dropping down, but still giving some opportunities. Fortunately, gave me an opportunity in the afternoon, but it too now has taken the bounce again. Looking at it from a daily perspective, when we're sitting, we've made these new highs. It's been pushing up quite strong. When I look at a market and it's running at this sort of more 45-degree angle, it just seems more likely it's going to continue quite that way. I'm just wary of this, and we may just get what we saw yesterday. We saw quite a sharp sell-off sort of occur, particularly in the afternoon. We saw more of a move at that sort of 12 o'clock, although it had, to be fair, started in the earlier session. But just wary of this at the moment. I do wonder, with the price action we're seeing here, whether it will roll back a little bit more. It's already below its daily pivot. Just may just see a bit more of a correction. If this morning we can sort of break back above these highs, then well, yes, I'll be sort of more bullish on this. But at the moment, patience. We'll wait and see how it shapes up here, but we could see a bit more of a correction to the downside. The dollar yen continues its sort of move to the upside yesterday, and again this morning it's pushing back up there already. If position, I'm still in a position from a last week, wasn't it? But I think it was. It seems like a long time ago, but still sitting in a long position on this, and it is a position. I'm expecting further upside on this from an intraday basis. It's just so the price action often is so little. Yesterday, yep, we had a decent shove, but trying to day trade this for the amount of pips you're going to get is probably not worth it. The Aussie Dollar, again, another one that's running in this sort of continued shove up there. It's had a much stronger shove of late. The ranges are dropping down on there. It did get a good run later yesterday. It was dilly-dallying for ages. There we go. It sort of showed the 4-hourly here, and then suddenly got a shove off late afternoon there, 4 o'clock through. It's pushed up, and well, at the moment there's a bit of divergence sitting there on the 60-minute. Just when markets moved quite so strong as this, I do wonder if it would get a bit of a retrace, but a decent retracement gave opportunities to buy into. I don't really want to be selling into this as it is, so it sort of sits on the side for me at the moment. Canadian dollar, again, we've got a market that's selling off quite well. We've just seen this dollar weakness coming through as a picture in this markets, and we could see that continue for a while. I'm not convinced it's going to be for a lot longer, but for now anyway, it's certainly pushing down on these markets. And yeah, again, opportunities to get into this. It's quite slim at the moment. Retracements are needed, so there we are. If it does do anything, but you've got to be a bit careful there on the retracements in terms of are they total retracements. A couple of other markets here then we look at quite frequently. The Aussie New Zealand dollar, if I can pick it up, that'd be good. There you go. From a daily perspective, yesterday the New Zealand dollar was the strongest there yesterday, and we saw this across all its peers. It was the stronger pair across its peers yesterday. Seeing giving back a bit this morning. Not much else to add there really. I'm a bit more wary of the pairing now, and personally will leave it alone. A couple of the cross yen pairs, the pound yen, that's, well, it's just continuing up the soft yen. I mean, if you can get in on either of these, this euro yen, yesterday it gave a sort of signal early on and then just ran, but it was an earlier before I started trading it, so I would have been trading it, so it just as I say, just ran off really quickly yesterday, and it's done this again the same this morning. It's sort of yesterday morning, these sort of bars here, it's done the same. It may just do exactly the same. Makes it very difficult to, unless you just risk just jumping aboard something like this, difficult to get into. But it may be an earlier trade if you're up earlier in a different part of the world. You might look at those pairs. Okay, that's pretty much it in currencies for now. S&Ps then, let's just come out to dailies here. Saw a good correction, I say correction, well, correction back up there, then a rebound even of the movement. I can't even speak this morning. So high lows coming through on that movement, and well, as ever, it just really, I mean, yesterday it did look a bit iffy at times. It might still roll back a bit this morning, but it's just had some decent moves up there and continued moves up there at times. So that's the S&Ps. It's just when it's coming off, it's just trying to work out, well, where's the low in this, and you don't have to really do too much in it. As I said so often, yes, you might not get in at the best price, but when you wait for the break of the trend or the higher lows to come through, which coincided here, yep, it's not the best price, but you're on without facing further downside, or less risk of facing further downside. Sorry, going into education there. Goodness, whatever next. Gold. Supposed to be doing an outlook here. Gold, to me, it still looks a bit flaky. It's whilst these currencies are getting stronger, this isn't, and just suggests to me of sort of softness in this market at the moment, and I would probably stand aside of it for now. Certainly wouldn't be a buyer. Oil. So oil's continues to push up there. So long as it's continuing, I'm not looking to short it. As soon as it starts giving me some sort of signs, I will do. Do I want to buy it? Well, personally, I think it's got some upside limitations now from where it is, but yeah, as I say, it could be wrong. I've been looking to short it for ages. Since it went back above the sort of 50, 55 area, I've been looking at this over at least a week or two, but there's nothing I can do whilst it's doing what it's doing, so I won't get in front of it. I certainly won't be starting to trade it myself. Looking across other markets then, Bitcoin really got a sell-off there on Tuesday, Wednesday, where we saw a bit of this inside bar, and we're seeing sort of some potential of a bit more potential to the upside there. Looking at other currencies on that side, Ethereum, cryptocurrencies here. Ethereum is sorry, I can't show you. It's basically the same picture as what's happening here on the Bitcoin and XRP or Ripple. That also, well, it's just stagnant at the moment. So the currency is slowing down, the cryptos at this stage. Okay, let's just look. Could you shed some light on the pound New Zealand dollar? Can do, of course. So just run through this. Oh, it's a mess. It's I mean, probably no great surprise yesterday in terms of the strength of that New Zealand dollar. The pound had been doing well but sold off. We've now put this lower high in, and well, to me it looks like at this stage could even continue to the downside. You see the lower high quite clearly. I wouldn't just, personally I wouldn't look to sell it at these lows here. I'd rather a retrace to sell into, but it does, well, there you go, there might be the retrace, all the retrace it's going to get. It looks soft, could come down. The problem with this particular movement, you're going to run into a divergence quite likely quite soon. Right, let's have a look then. Euro, US dollar, I've already covered, sorry. Already done that. Buy euro, sell US dollar. Well, you know, you've got your opinions. I tend to hang with you on the long side potential there, but it's the as and when you do it. As I said, at this time of the morning, I'll be a bit wary. It has been pushing up there. It's just having to push up again at the moment. Shot straight out of the block. Basically, it's a 5-minute chart. Personally, I just let this sort of short-term action around 8 o'clock get going. If it goes completely without me, then it's gone. But so often, if you go back and look at charts around this time of the morning, you'll just see that they can so often completely reverse. So a bit patient, but yes, I am on the longer side. I agree on the longer side on the euro, but not right now for me. Okay, thanks guys for your comments. Yep, there's so much potential on the upside at the moment for the dollar, for the other currencies. Dollar, sorry, I just put the dollar index in here. So dollar index still sliding down now. I was looking at this on the euro. Sorry, I can't draw on here at the moment, but oh, I can. Let me use one of these if I can. He says it's just so you've got this. This price action, I've just put it at the wrong low basically, but you've got this price action sort of running in here, and I just think this has got the potential all the way back down to those lows on the dollar index. That's how I'm looking at it at the moment in terms of shape. So there we go. I wish you a great day. I've got to finish this here, otherwise it's going to go on for a long time. But I wish you a great day trading. We're doing 2 free days very soon, so if you want to come and join us for 2 free days, I will later put the link on this video, but also tomorrow's video I'll start putting a link on there. So if you want to come and join us trading for 2 free days, next week it is actually. I'm just looking at the dates. It's normally he says normally Wednesday, Thursday. Yep, next to Wednesday, Thursday. If you want to come and join us trading live through the mornings, and you'll get a lot more detail than this. Have a great day. Bye for now.